The Lantern Bearer. The true tale of Abura Sumashi. In the mists of the old Kumamoto forests, where cedars grew so tall they touched the heavens, and rivers sang songs older than memory, there once lived a strange and gentle spirit known as Abura Sumashi. His name means oil squeezer, and villagers whispered that he was born from the sins of those who stole sacred oil from temple lamps. Oil meant to light the paths of gods and lost souls. But what the villagers never understood was that Abura Sumashi was not a creature of malice. He was a creature of regret and of hope. Long ago, there was a poor boy named Riku. Riku lived at the edge of the forest, where the nights were so dark even the stars seemed afraid. His mother was ill, and there was no money for medicine, no food for the winter. In desperation, Riku did what was forbidden. He crept into the temple under the cloak of night and stole a small vial of sacred oil, hoping to trade it in the market. He never made it. On his way home, guilt crushed his heart like a stone. He stumbled into the deep woods, the stolen oil glowing faintly in his bag. The deeper he went, the more the world changed. The trees twisted into impossible shapes. The air grew thick with whispers, and the light of the oil grew heavier until it was no longer a blessing, but a burden. There, in the heart of the forest, Riku fell to his knees. Tears soaked the ground. He begged forgiveness, not just from the gods, but from the earth, from the sky, from the flickering spirits he could almost see in the mist. He offered the oil back to the temple, though no priest could hear him. The forest, however, listened. From his sorrow and repentance, the forest shaped a new spirit, Abura Sumashi. His body was round and small, like a river stone worn by years, his head carved by the winds of guilt and forgiveness. He wore a simple straw cloak, and he carried no weapon, only an invisible lantern in his soul, lit by the oil Riku had tried to return. Abura Sumashi took it upon himself to guard the forest paths. Whenever travelers lost their way, he would appear, a squat, stone-headed figure with a straw cloak rustling like whispers. He would say nothing, but his presence alone would guide them back to safety. Those pure of heart would feel a sudden warmth, a lightness in their chest, and find their feet carrying them home. Those with dark intentions would feel their oil lamps flicker and die, and be forced to turn back. Many feared him, thinking he was a monster. But the children who got lost chasing dragonflies, the old women who strayed while picking herbs, and the monks who wandered in prayer, they all spoke of a quiet, watchful spirit whose heavy stone gaze was somehow comforting. Some nights, if you pass through the misty woods of Kumamoto and listen very closely, you might hear the faint squish of a straw cloak brushing against wet leaves. You might catch a glimpse of a stone-headed figure watching you from behind a tree. If you walk with honesty and humility, he will let you pass, and even light your way home. Because Abura Sumashi remembers, forgiveness is real, and even the smallest stolen light can be turned into a lantern to guide others.